Good morning and welcome to my channel, Café con Maria. Y aquí está mi tazota. This is my huge mug. I drink a lot of coffee. Okay, the horoscope for today, I'm going to start with Gemini. Gemini, it is saying that everything that has happened to you and has continued to happen is so that you can understand and accept the changes that you needed to do. There came a time where all these circumstances that have been in your life, it came that instead of you being the teacher, you would be in the student. Everybody was pulling you this way, this way, this way, but at the end, you ended up doing their wishes instead of doing the wishes that you knew that you needed to do. You became the student instead of the teacher, the master, because all this is only trying to teach you that you need to understand that not everything that shines is gold, and not everybody that comes into your life and say sweet things, whether it's a family member, friend, or whoever, anyone that comes into your life, don't pay attention to the words, pay attention to their actions, okay? This is now with everything that has happened, and this is now for you to sit and reflect and hold on more to your spirituality. There were things that you knew that, it wasn't the right path to take, but you went with what was expected of you instead of what you knew that was right from wrong, okay? This is now allowing you to take your gift, embrace your gift, and to also and embrace your happiness. In order for you can't be happy if somebody else is going to be miserable. You're not going to be happy. Also, you also need to stay focused with your life. Learn from all these events. Learn that not everybody has your best interest. Nobody, you need to know that, Gemini. Also, Gemini, the moon is still out. Go outside, you know, reflect, and, reflect on everybody that you have helped, the sacrifices that you have done. You need to reflect on all that. You need to analyze, I'm not going to let this happen to me again. You need to analyze all that, Gemini. I know that, because you are the twin, sometimes you go with your sweeter side, but your sweeter side ends up becoming later on another bitter side, because some of the things and some of the actions that you have taken to please other has not pleased you, and now you're with an empty plate, and you shouldn't have came out with an empty plate. Seek what you want. You want that promotion? Go for it. You want this? Go for it, Gemini. Stop living your life to please other instead of pleasing yourself. You need to start taking interest in what is going to make you happy. Remember, a relationship is not going to make us happy. That promotion is not going to make us happy. More money is not going to make us happy. It might help, but it won't make us happy. What's going to make us happy is what we feel inside, how we feel within ourselves, how we look at ourselves in the mirror, and what are our integrity, what is our moral, what are we trying to put out there into the universe. That's what's going to be, that's going to make you happy. Not being like, if you're in a merry-go-round, here you are, and it keeps going in circle and circle and circle, because you keep repeating the same circle over and over. When it's time for you to get off that merry-go-round. All right, Gemini? Next one is Cancer. Cancer, you need to be very careful with your health. You need to be careful with whether it's your back, your arms. You need to, you also need to be careful, take care of yourself mentally. You do a lot of thinking, and, and you don't accomplish anything. It's okay to open your heart. You need to, what you give is what you receive. Okay. You also need to start healing yourself from all these fears. You cannot try to be happy if you are still dealing with past issues. There's no way you're going to be happy. There's no way. You need to sit down, analyze something, open your heart and says, you know something? I've been a great dad. I've been a great mom. And if my children can't value what I've done for them, then, that's their loss. I'm not telling you to turn your back on your children, but what I'm saying is children, family, and whatever. Whoever hasn't really truly demonstrated to you the love that you've given them and all they're doing is taking from you, then I think it's time for you to start closing a lot of doors, because people need to value one another. If there's no value and there's no appreciation in what you do, then, what's the use? But remember also, you need to appreciate and value people that have truly been there for you, that have demonstrated to you how much they love you, how much they want to be a part of your life. And at times, you seem to close those doors because you're still dealing with things from your past life or past relationship. Get up, get over it. Learn to appreciate who you have, and what you give is what you're going to get. Stop hurting the people that don't deserve to be hurt. And this is about giving and receiving. You give love, you're going to get love. You give understanding, you're going to get understanding. You're going to be giving intimidation, that's what you're going to get. It's about giving and receiving. But also remember that sometimes people are only in our life for a season or a reason, not to be there forever, as well as with our children. If they don't want to help themselves, let it go. Let it go. Sit down with them and explain, listen, this. And if they still want to do their life according to their will, and it's a crazy life, and they're not want to mature, then, you can't take you can't take a 35 or 45-year-old child or person and have them mature overnight. If they don't want to mature and they want to keep going on with those games, then I think it's time that, you decide what's going to benefit you. Because don't continue getting sick, whether it's physically or mentally or your heart, because people don't want to take the advice they need to. That is for Cancer. Leo, you need to make peace with someone, whether it's a friend, a family, or an ex-boyfriend, a husband, or wife. It was something that small, and you ended up making it to something so huge, and look where you at now. If you don't want to spend the holidays alone or thinking about how would it be if you were with this person, then just pick up the phone, call the person, and decide and let them know that you want to have a conversation with them, so that you can tell them, that you're sorry, because there's nothing wrong with saying sorry. All right. The next one is Virgo. Virgo, you need to stop beating yourself up. You're a very strong individual. You're a very strong woman, as well as a very strong man. Look around you, what you've gone through and what you have accomplished. You also need to take your strength. You need to start looking in the mirror and say, I am a very strong man. I am a very strong woman. Look everything I have accomplished. Look how I am with my children, my parents, and whatnot. And that's what you need to do. Don't let other people, how they want to perceive you, because you know what's in your heart. Don't let other people, because they're weak and they like to put you down, or accuse you that you haven't done this or this or this or that in their life. No, enough is enough. If that person, that child, is not a a baby or uh, a baby or an ill parent or whatnot, then that you need to teach them. But if they're grown and they don't seem to appreciate who you are, and they want to make you feel, oh, that you're not a great dad, you've never been there for me, or what type of mom are you? No, 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 no. Enough is enough. Look in the mirror and say, I'm a very strong individual. I am a very strong woman. I am a very strong man. I have accomplished this. I've Look what I have. I've did this on my own. And people around you need to see that. And if people around you don't want to appreciate you or give you the appreciation that you deserve, or they don't look at you as a blessing in their life, then I think it's time that you start closing a bunch of doors. That's what I have to say for Virgo. Okay? You can't make someone see your worth, but you could if you stop extending the hand, stop giving them the helping hand or the opportunity to change. That's it. You need to stand up for yourself and look at everything, how you've grown, how strong you are, because life hasn't been easy for you. Okay, next sign is Libra. Libra, you need to start detaching yourself from drama and detaching yourself from things that are no longer of value to you, which I mean is, I know you like to help the underdog, but you can't continue helping the underdog, because then who's going to help you? It's time for you to start weighing in the good and the bad. It's time for you to start meditating more. It's time for you to use the wisdom that you have in your spirituality to make the good changes that you need. Someone from your past is going to return, whether it's a friend, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a man or a woman, but someone from your past will be returning. That person thinks about you constantly. When that person comes, then you figure out if it's worth fixing what didn't need, what wasn't supposed to break. Sit down, just don't jump into it. Look at everything before you take a leap. Okay, Libra. But someone from your past is coming back into your life, whether it's like I said, a friend, a family member, or a lover. Someone that hurted you is coming back to your life. It's up to you to decide if that's what you want. Okay? Scorpio. Scorpio says that you need to stay more focused. You need to stay focused on what are your intentions and what is your priority. And what I mean by your priority is, if you are in a relationship and you have children, then that's your priority. Your children, your wife, your home. That is your priority. If you are single, then your priority is what's going to make me happy, what's going to help me to achieve my goal. Those are your priorities. You, for instance, you can say that today I'm going to cut my grass. Okay? That was your priority. You have to cut that grass because it's up to this high. But then all of a sudden, someone calls you and say, hey, let's go here. You did that, and you left your priority. You have always done this in your relationships, and you have always done this in your life. So it's time for you to figure out what is your priority, okay? Besides making yourself happy, if you have family and friends and loved ones around you that they depend on you, then, make them a priority too. Everything is not about me, okay, Scorpio? Next one is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your emotions are right now, you have very strong, sensitive emotions. There's a lot of hurt that you feel in your heart, and a lot of situation that has to do, with your heart. You feel you're upset, you feel sad because I did this for this person and this is how they pay me, or this person isn't calling me. You're upset with a lot of relationship, okay? But you also need to understand that everything has not been wasted. Whatever time you gave this person and this person does not value you the way you value, yes, I understand it's going to hurt you. But you know something? Learn from that lesson. Learn from that lesson. Everyone that comes into our life is either a lesson, there's a lesson we learn, where there's a lesson of love, where there's a lesson of betrayal, where there's a lesson of kindness. You have to start thinking about starting a new life. Everything is not a garden of roses. Everything is not to be seen your way. You need to learn to compromise, but you also need to understand that you can't take life as a joke anymore, and life is not about a party. Life is about making your dreams and the people around you happy. That's what it's all about. It's not about that I'm going to be happy and, screw them as long as I'm happy. No. You need to think about your family, especially your children, the impact this is going to have. All right, Sagittarius. The next one is Capricorn. Capricorn, I see someone that's going to do, I see someone in your family that's going to do, it's going to pass. Sorry to, but they will become an angel. Sorry to let you know about this. I see that. I see that you also are very miserable at this time. You're trying to find a way to be happy, but when you are happy, you become miserable because of your actions and what you think. And you need to stop making choices in life that they don't allow you to get ahead, but allow you to get back, step back. What I'm talking about is about do what makes you happy. Stop pleasing everybody. Stop doing this for this one, that for that one. Stop jumping. If they are not your children that they depend, and I'm talking little children that they depend on you to, take them to a game or to, they want to do things with you. Okay, but I'm talking about adults. I'm talking about people your age or older, that the more you tell them, hey, I'm going to do this, they have something negative. And stop being so miserable. Yes, part of the way your life is coming out that you're not happy, you kind of need to look in the mirror and, I want to say maybe 60% or 70% of it was your fault because you didn't think before you took that road. You thought that was going to be a road full of roses and it ended up being with thorns. It's okay to apologize to someone. It's okay to say, hey, I'm sorry for hurting you, okay? But, you need to stop putting yourself in conflicts and in drama that does not belong to you, all right? That was for Capricorn. Now, Aquarius. Aquarius, you have detached yourself from everybody. You don't want to know about anybody. You are, how do I put it? You blame others for a bunch of your circumstances, but you can't blame it. It's not really 50% the other person's fault. Aquarius, you need to focus. Don't throw away. If that sofa that you have is comfortable, and that sofa, is comfortable. That sofa, it's not broken. Maybe you want a new look. You can put a slip cover. That's what I'm telling you, a relationship. If relationship that been in your life and are in your life, if it's um if it's not broken, stop breaking things that you know that eventually the only one that it's going to end up hurting, it's going to be you, because you will end up losing things. And what I mean things is your thinking. You know, you're going to be constantly thinking. You're going to be losing, like, oh my God, you know, I had such a great time with him. I had such a great time with her. Or I had such a great time with my niece. You know, those events is what you're going to be missing. Memories will always be there. And one thing about our memory, they seem to pop up when we least expect it, so that we can reflect. You know, nobody wants to be alone. Everybody wants to be loved, you know, but you always have to look at things, you know, and two ways. And don't, don't, please, um, stand in the middle and look around and think that everything is everybody's fault and not yours either, because both people are at fault. Okay, you can't always be the victim. Okay, Aquarius. The next one is Pisces. Pisces. Uh, your life right now is becoming lopsided. There's a lot of things coming this way, this way, this way, this way. But there's children in your life that are looking for a hug or a love. Open your heart to whether it's a granddaughter, a daughter, or son, that they're looking to feel your love, to be your love. It's time for you to decide, and it's time for you to decide that if you were an absent mom or an absent dad, absent uncle, if you were an absent in that person's life and that person is reaching out to you, forget about that they weren't there before, but they want to be there now, and you need to look at the circumstances. A lot of it has been due to you, Pisces. So embrace. Um, you are in a very imbalanced situation right now. Your behavior, it's like if someone was to see you, would say, I can't believe how that person has changed. You know, if you're going to change for the good, and you need to appreciate who was there for you, you know, and appreciate that no matter what, those are your grandchildren, your children, your brother, your sister. There's things in life that happens that we don't understand for whatever reason, but you cannot continue hurting someone that has all they have shown you has been love. You can't. Whether it's your child, your grandchild, you can't. You cannot continue doing that, because at the end of the road, remember this. You want to be in your golden years, or as you get older, you want to have someone reliable and someone that truly loves you in your corner, than to be with someone that, you know, it was for material gain. The next one is Aries. Aries is, you attract what you give out. In other words, if you cheated, the new person in your life would probably end up cheating. And if they don't, your mind is, oh, they're cheating, they're cheating, they're cheating. Okay. If you are greedy, the person is greedy. If you're stingy, the person is stingy. If you are a person that likes conflict and blah, 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 that's what you're going to attract. If you are a person of peace, understanding, that's what you're going to bring into your life, okay? You seem to attract the same people in a way that it's almost like what you are. You know, sometimes you take advantage of people So you bring people into your life. They're going to take advantage of you. Sometimes you want to be a boring person, then that's what you're going to attract. So what you need to do, Aries, is that everything and everyone that you attract or draw into your life is a reflection of who you are. So if you don't like this, then don't do this to attract this. In other words, you don't like to argue, then don't be arguing. You wanna feel love, then give out love. You want someone to understand you, then you learn to understand other people. You can't expect to be like the king in the throne and everybody else is a peasant. No, you can't be that. Remember, what you attract, what you send out there is exactly what you're attracting. You want love, you want understanding, learn to give love and understanding. Learn that life is not a garden of roses, it's full of thorns. Well, anyway, I hope you liked my horoscope today. Thank you for joining in, and this was Café con Maria, and until tomorrow, ciao.